Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And I am Cringer.
Oh,
I mean, my name is Nick. What?
You're not Cringer, you're Nick.
It's true.
And this is Netrunning with TeamworkCast. This is another game from the Chronos Protocol Tour in Dortmund, organized by Highlander Games. Chronos Protocol, a series of really, really awesome, really amazing tournaments with lots of prizes to win and with cards you can vote for that will be printed in the future. And this, Nick, is round 4.
You have been doing well this tournament, so I am excited to see how far you will go. And I am in awe of your deck box right now.
I don't know if I did well. I won 2 games so far.
That is 2 times more games than you have won in the past.
Indeed. And now I'm playing against Jutice, aka Miguel from Berlin. So I want to tell you a little story before we begin here. So I want to talk a little about the Berlin crew, about the people from Berlin who came over to where we are, in North Rhine-Westphalen area, and they came in a bus.
Nice. Was it a party bus?
I assume it was a huge bus that was party going on inside and net running and everything, and so they came in here. They had T-shirts. They were
wow.
They were serious guys here, right? This was the entire Netrunner community, or a big part of the Netrunner community from Berlin. And Miguel, Jutice, is also from there, and he also participates in the Netrunner podcast, which we already talked about, Netrunners HQDE. And so this game starts now. I am Andromeda on the left,
and this is the Weyland Corporation on the right. It looks like it's from the City and Static.
Yes, it is. Wow, Nick, you are wising up. You are also learning Netrunner. Indeed, this is a weird, unusual identity of Weyland, the second identity of Weyland, which can advance cards. And they can advance 1 ice per turn for free.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a savings account for ice.
Yeah, it is. Not many people played, and I told that Miguel afterwards. I was actually quite fascinated by this deck. It's a very interesting deck, so we're going to see what's going to happen now. I am, of course, Andromeda. We talked about this before. I have 9 cards in my hand. So cards will be going on. Jutice installs 2
many ice.
And already advancing ice. Already ice being advanced. Now it's my turn. I am playing Sure Gamble.
I don't know if I would have let him have all of that money sitting right there.
All right, we have to explain. This is not the money that he owns right now. His money is on the top, near the blue box that just moved. Yes, and I am playing Dirty Laundry Run on his archives, which gives me 3 money. I pay 2 and get, I pay 2 and get 5, so it gets me 3. And then I make the same mistakes again. I played the Desperado after the Dirty Laundry.
Well, at least you've learned after the fact,
Yeah, I noticed this while I was playing this. So yeah, Desperado is a console that gives me 1 money whenever time I do a run. And of course, we have our beautiful Katie Jones. Katie.
Katie Jones.
Katie Jones. We can't quit you. You're always there for us.
Katie and Jack. Howard.
Indeed. So, Jutice plays a Beanstalk, gets also some money, and advances his ice even more, and protects his archives. Very wise. So nobody can get into archives without having to deal with ice.
And advancement tokens all over the place.
2 advancement tokens. 2 advancement tokens. I think this is an ice wall, and it will be now a strength 3 ice wall.
Ooh.
But it could be a surprise. It could be something else.
So I have to tell you, after seeing your Ultra Pro mat, I went out and bought one, but it is bright orange.
Oh man, sweet!
Yeah.
I was thinking about the teal one.
Oh, together we could be the filters for every movie ever.
That's true.
We could be the Michael Bay team.
All right, not sure what's happening here. Oh yeah, I did a run on his hand, and he rested ice, and it is indeed an ice wall.
Oh, that pawn just fell over.
Yes, that I was so shocked by this humongous ice wall.
Is that indicative of what's about to happen?
He rests another ice wall in front of his R&D as well. So he's ice walling. This is the Game of Thrones setup here right now.
Well, winter is coming, and Andromeda's a cold-hearted lady.
Do you think Andromeda is one of the Whitelings?
I think she's one of the White Walkers.
Yeah. All right, so I'm getting out same old thing so I can play things that I played in the future again for lots of clicks. And then Jutice installs an ice in server that will be eventually filled with things, but now it's empty. And then he advances the ice wall even more. Look at this crazy dude.
So with those advancement tokens, he can basically use them to pump up the ice itself?
Yeah, so the ice is now strength 4.
Nice.
But there is a second step in his plan. It will be revealed very soon.
I was going to say, this seems like the most literal corporate deck I've ever seen. Like, I have built all of this intrusion countermeasures, and now, behind my massive impenetrable wall, I will do whatever I want.
No, there is an even cooler trick about this. It will be
Really?
revealed. Yeah,
Oh,
it will be
nice.
revealed soon. But I am playing a special delivery, and I'm getting out a corroder, icebreaker that will get me through barriers such as this huge ice here. So I might get through it. Of course, now it would be very expensive because it is a huge ice now.
But you can get through it.
I'm getting through R&D, which is still a tiny ice. It's not advanced yet. So I get through it relatively cheaply with just 1 coin. What I don't know what the money, where the money came from, but yeah, it's I think I forgot about my money or something.
Money is happening. Oh, you do not have enough to get through. Because at this point, you'd have to pump him up, what, 3?
No, I did have enough money to get through. I saw a card, but there was nothing. So I'm clicking Katie Jones and ending my turn. So this is again the Cyber Gandalf you've talked about.
Cyber Dolph.
So look at him. He just installs a card in the server and advances it twice.
Nice.
What could it be? It can be anything, right? It's Weyland, so he can kill me. But also he's like an advanced seed Weyland, so I have no idea what it is.
Lately people have been saying that they like this game because it is not a Magic clone, which is strange to me.
You think it is a Magic clone?
Well, I mean, instead of it being mana, you have chips that you generate.
There is similarities. I mean, it's about cards and everything, but come on.
Yeah.
I did an inside job to get into this server, and I found that it was not an agenda, it was a Grendel Refinery, a very new card that is about generating monies, and I crashed the Grendel Refinery because nobody needs those here.
We don't need your kind here.
Yeah, I am basically Greenpeace of this game. Like, crashing the Grendel Refineries, the dirty Grendel Refineries.
Sea Shepherd 2.0.
So, what happens then? He plays a shipment from Kaguya to add 2 advancement tokens to his ice. Look at his ice. Strength 5 here and strength 2. Strength 6?
Nice to meet you.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age. It never gets old. It
No,
does get old.
it doesn't
I'm sorry.
never get old. It's just impossible. Yeah, so we are dealing now with a strength 6 ice wall. That's a considerable ice wall. I would need to pay 5 money just to get through this.
You need to find Castle Black and lay siege to Castle Black.
Yeah, but it's it's enchanted. There's magical spells inside the ice.
That's okay.
I'm accessing a card from his R&D. I'm going for the smaller ice wall, which is still kind of economical to get through. But I haven't seen anything of value. Getting some money. And playing a Plascrete. It's still Weyland. So Weyland can do some weird meat damage tricks, and Plascrete prevents meat damage from happening. Alright, so it's Miguel's turn. And he does another shipment from Kaguya. And ices up even more. Look at this ridiculous ice.
That is spectacular. Is this a Game of Thrones themed corporate deck?
Seriously, I mean, he just needs the dogs and everything will be fine. And then he plays, that's really hilarious, he plays Commercialization, which is a card I've never seen before. Never seen played before, but he gets money, as much money as there are advancement tokens on a card.
Oh, wow!
That's
so is this
smart.
the other part of his deck?
Not yet. It's not even the
God.
second step, but it's amazing. So he benefits now from his huge, ridiculous ice that he built up there. It is now strength 8.
Deck. Strength 8. Good God.
Alright, so I'm running R&D because the ice there is still a little bit smaller. R&D seems like a smart choice at this point. Access. Nothing of... Well, I'm reading the card. It's a complicated card.
What card is it?
We will see this card in play.
Oh, okay.
We
No
will
spoilers
soon
here.
see the card in play. Alright, I'm getting card. I have to say, Jutice was a very, very nice player opponent to play with.
The name Miguel Justice, he should be a character in the show that Jackson Howard and Katie Jones are in.
Miguel Justice. Sounds like a superhero name or something.
I know! Miguel Justice, he is an information broker. He's maybe a kind of a bridge between Jackson Howard and Katie Jones.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. Yeah, we should really make a Netrunner card, Miguel Justice. He's gonna be a resource.
There's going to be a third faction that we're going to put in here. I don't know what we'll call them yet, but we can turn this into a 3-player game.
Well, we certainly need a Berlin City Grid, which is where the guys came from. That's the thing that they had on the t-shirts, Berlin City Grid. All right, nice. So Jutice installs a second ice in front of R&D. A good thing, too, because I'm kind of, accessing R&D quite often, so it's a good thing to ice up there a little bit.
He's essentially protected. He's protecting his deck, so you're going to be stuck with just trying to either eradicate that ice in some way or getting his cards.
I need to have some way to because this ice will just get stronger as the game progresses, and it will get less and less economical for me to get through. So I need some other way to get through this, or I need to win the game before something happens. Before that happens.
I'm so used to Hearthstone or Duel of Champions where it's just a destroy target creature.
Yeah.
But this game doesn't have that.
Well, it has some you can de-res ice and stuff like that, but it's not. I don't know if I use these kind of cards even.
If you de-res that ice, it still maintains its tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yes. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. I see I have an inside job on my hand, and I still have the same old thing. So I have some tricks up my sleeve to get through one piece of ice. But so far, running on R&D wasn't very fruitful. Jutice doesn't seem to be very keen on installing things in servers. Alright, so he reses the new thing, and that was the card I was reading because it's a very complicated card. I never seen this in play, so again, another card I never seen in play. It's Tyrant. And Tyrant is...
I don't recognize that at all.
Tyrant is a 4-strength barrier, and it can be advanced when resed. And for every advanced encounter on it, it gets 1 end to run.
I like that it's Egyptian for some reason.
Yeah, it's a cool theme. But I really like this ice. It's just a little bit too expensive to play it, I think.
Yeah.
Like, what's the price for this?
7.
7, yeah. 7 is way too much for this kind of ice.
What? But it has... Oh, wow.
Huh?
An end the run subroutine for each advancement token on it in a deck that's devoted to it.
So if he gets like a lot of advanced encounters on this, it will be very expensive to get through this one as well. So yeah, it's all right. So making a Maker's Eye run there, I figure I can get through the Tyrant because there is no advancement counters on it, so it doesn't have anything. I pay the money to get through the second ice, and I see 3 cards.
4 cards.
Oh, 3 cards. I think he made a mistake there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no agendas. I'm drilling
That's
down
nuts.
the R&D and still no agendas. It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that's the way this game works. You just have to accept that you're giving yourself chances, even they don't necessarily play out. For some reason, I trashed the Corroder.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm stupid. I just there are cards in front of me. I guess I put them in my discard pile. Then
now we know why we make everybody cringe.
No, I mean it's the second to last game. I'm a little bit brain fried already. This is a very very high profile tournament, or at least a big tournament. So now comes the second step I talked about. This is the second step of his strategy. He uses Trick of Light to move 2 advancement counters from his eyes on an agenda that he installed there.
Oh, that's amazing.
So he can fast advance agendas using advancement counters he already played on ice.
So it is fast advance, but it's a little bit slower to get started. But once it gets started, there isn't much that you can do.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's also cool because it's fast advance, but you get strong eyes before you fast advance. So it's like using all the parts of the buffalo,
Indeed.
So he scored a Project Atlas there, 2 points. I'm doing an inside job on his on his hand. Didn't roll, still scored an agenda at least. A 1 point hostile takeover. But I still haven't noticed that I accidentally trashed the Corroder. He now notices that, wait a minute, there's Corroder. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could say that I would do the same.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but no.
No. Alright, putting the agendas side by side. It's trying to figure out the good ways to place the agendas so it's clear whose agenda is what. Alright, so at least there is some progress. We both scored agendas. I did get the worst agenda of the two. And I kind of understand how his deck works now.
I don't know if your deck has a means to deal with this, does it?
Well, right now, he has a huge ice, but I have tricks to get past this eye. I have what I just played, Inside Job. I have an Icebreaker, so I can get into his stuff. It's not that much ice right now. It will get a problem if he has lots of stuff. So I'm doing a Dirty Laundry run on his hand. No, on his R&D. Breaking all the stuff, and I'm seeing a card that is of no use to me. No progress. I'm had really bad luck with R&D access so far.
You'll get there. I know it.
You think so? You think I will win this game?
I think that you're going to win this game somehow. You're the Mighty Ducks.
I'm the underdog.
You just need to find Flying V formation, and you'll be all right.
But this would be devastating because, to be honest, I really love Justice deck.
It is a really good deck. I really appreciate people who don't just copy winning decks.
Yeah.
They put in a little bit of you basically just start looking through your cards, and you're like, this would work great.
Yeah, like being just excited about certain things. I really wanted to build a deck like this. I wanted to start with Jinteki, but Weyland is a way better idea for this.
Yeah.
So he advanced a Tyrant, and he played as well a Beanstalk to get money. I'm thinking. There's thinking going on.
Have you run into a deck that really uses noise well?
There were some noise decks, I feel.
Because I feel like you could create a pretty decent deck to force the corporate player to run out of cards quickly.
Oh yeah. There's it's starting to be a viable strategy. So I'm using same old thing to get a Maker's Eye run on his archive, on his R&D, and I'm hacking through the ice that is there right now. It's not very strong at this point, so I can still kind of do it quite efficiently. So I can see 3 cards. Come on, 3 cards. Still no agenda. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? I can't.
I can. Andromeda.
Drawing up cards and clicking Katie for the win.
After this tournament, did you take apart your Andromeda deck and build something new?
Yes, I actually try to play a different deck every tournament. Sadly, of course, the next tournament is going to be on the next day, so I'm going to still use similar decks. I did some tweaks to the Andromeda, at least.
Well, that's good.
So he played another Beanstalk. And I guess he drew up cards. Oh no, he advances. He also advanced Tyrant once. Thinking going on. So far, R&D hasn't been very successful for me. And of course, running now wouldn't make sense because the cards I've seen are still on top. I'm playing another same old thing. So at least in this regard, I'm well stocked. Thinking going on.
Much thinking.
So much thinking. You know, on the other hand, I mean, it's kind of neat that all I needed this entire game was just one code breaker, icebreaker. That's kind of pretty convenient.
While he's using every part of the buffalo,
yeah,
he's just using the buffalo.
I'm just using the pinky of the buffalo. So drawing up cards. Clicking Katie.
So in the middle of this table, there's a little card that says Tish.
Yeah.
And 17. What does Tish mean?
That's the table number.
Okay.
And the way this works is the higher the table, the lower the table number, the more better profile player you are.
That's kind of
so
mean.
It's 17. You know, we are kind of on the bottom right now, but I'm working my way up. All right, so I played Fairy. I played a Sentry Breaker. Fairy. The good Sentry Breaker, very efficient, but you can use it only once. And he ices up R&D. He saw that I have a lot of means to access R&D. So far, he has been incredibly lucky, but he ices up it even more. And he adds, of course, advancement tokens to Tyrant. Tyrant is getting a serious danger right now. So I have to come up with some kind of strat to get them agendas. He's not scoring any agendas, so either he's not drawing any agendas, and that makes sense because, you know, I saw all the cards that he would draw.
Yeah.
And there were no agendas in there. But more, maybe also he's kind of like waiting for the perfect moment, maybe waiting for ice to show up that he needs to ice up everything. I don't know.
It's just, yeah. Did you ask him after the game?
Yes, but I don't recall what we've been talking about. We've been both quite intoxicated by, you know, the Netrunner fumes going on in this room.
So at this tournament, did they serve beer?
No.
Or like any sort of alcoholic substance? That's interesting.
I playing Netrunner on beer on a regular basis. I can tell you that it is a significant impact on your mental abilities.
Yeah, I enjoy playing poker. And I usually am winning until somebody figures out they can just serve me beer, and I will immediately get that.
Yeah, it's not a good choice. There is just so much thinking going on those tournaments. You kind of need all of your brain cells working in unison. All right, thinking what to do now. trying to come up with a strat. I have all my clicks left. This is the beginning of my turn. Alright, first click. Using Katie Jones. Using Katie Jones usually means I'm gonna do something drastic this turn. And this is also pretty sweet. 12 credits from Katie Jones. Second click. Drastic things are being done. I'm getting out a Yogg.
Oh, Yogg.
I love Yogg so much.
The key to every door.
Ah, yes. And then I'm drawing up a card, and then I'm drawing up a card. Not as drastic as I thought it would be. Kinda disappointed with me right there. But I have a full breaker suite out right now, so whatever the unrest cards are, they are going to be sweet. So he advances this card, and then he plays another Trick of Light to score it out of hand. His deck is singing. A second Project Atlas being scored right there.
Very good, very good.
Already at 4 points, I'm still at 1. I have to make it count.
You're making me proud. I want to see you win 3 games.
I'm far behind, but I'm doing an inside drop now on
So many inside jobs.
on his hand.
I guess it's the only way that you can really deal with him.
I'm throwing a dice. It is the 1 I need.
From the inside.
Ah, yes. And it is the Trick of Light. I know that if he gets the agenda, he can probably score it again. Alright, that was the first click. Not very successful, but here comes the second click. Watch it. Watch this, Nick. Watch this. Strats being... Oh yeah, he suggested that I should get the money for the run, which is a good thing, from the Desperado console. And then emergency shutdown on Tyrant. Ouch!
Oh.
Seven an ice
He's
that
only
costs
got
7.
5 over there, right? Or does he have 6? He has 6.
6 on an ice wall. Yeah, the ice wall is being a little bit ridiculous right now.
Oh no, he has 6 credits right now.
Oh yeah, the amount of credit. Yeah, he makes the little heaps. So I don't really know how much money he has right now. I'm doing an Maker's Eye run on his R&D, and I'm seeing 3 cards. I'm scoring.
Oh yeah.
Yet another 1 point agenda. At this rate,
Just gotta chip it away. Chip it away.
yeah. All right, Jutice. Jutice plays a shipment from Kaguya, gets more advancement tokens on his ice wall and his Tyrant.
That Tyrant's going to be costly. That was a good move.
Yeah, that's the way you exploit expensive ice. Mm-hmm. You make them res it over and over again.
That's why, yeah. I kind of want to make a deck that uses that the Cyber Gandalf.
The Project Wotan.
Yeah.
A good choice with that one is using something like Oversight AI, which lets you res it for free. So I'm playing another same old thing. I'm drawing up cards. I'm looking for solutions for the situation. I did a metric ton of runs on his R&D, but they haven't been successful so far. Let's see if we can change this. If we can turn this boat around. Alright, he advances his Tyrant even more. Now it's a 6 advancement token Tyrant.
Oh, man.
If he resists this, how much money will we take to get through this? 6, 8. It will take 8 credits to get through this for me.
That is nuts.
It's almost as much as it will cost him to res it. No, even more than it cost him to res it. Alright. So he doing another Maker's Eye run on his hand, and I'm scoring a Cleaners. I'm scoring a Cleaners. Sweet! So it is a 3-point agenda, and so I'm at 5. I'm finally ahead in agenda points. I just need one more 2-point agenda, and then I can wrap up this game.
Things are looking good for Team Zuzu.
Yeah, but he kind of also... Well, he would have to score a 3-point agenda to win with one move. That's unlikely, even with his fast advanced strat. Alright, getting out another Plascrete. Not actually something I needed, but it's good to have the extra security. And also now that I'm ahead in points, I kind of have a little, a little breather, a little breathing moment right there.
I like this. I mean, even though that is such a daunting ice wall and that daunting Sphinx-like guy sitting next to him,
yeah,
it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. He used another commercialization, man. That's so brutal. Just gets 8 credits for this. Ugh. Such a good idea. All right. Man, look at there's in his archives. There's also a lot of stuff in his archives. Might have been a good idea to run on the archives at this point, because there's no Jackson Howard around.
No kidding. I guess he just probably doesn't have him in there.
Maybe, or he hasn't drawn it. I mean, if this is a pretty unorthodox deck.
It is, but I very much approve of it.
Yeah. I wonder if the new cards that just came out in new expansions can kind of maybe improve this deck a little bit.
It's funny, because of the semester, I have not had a chance to look at it and see what people have been doing. So I'm interested in what these new decks look like.
All right, I'm running on the R&D again. He reses Tyrant. The Tyrant, I think, stops me. I don't think I'm going to be able to pay myself through this Tyrant. Yeah, I don't have 8 money. Are you kidding me? So this stops me dead. I'm forced to take drastic measures to make the most ridiculous move I've seen so far in this game. One of the most ridiculous moves. It's coming up now. It's going to be pretty ridiculous, I can tell you. Alright, drawing up 2 cards. Thinking what to do with the final move. Come on, you gotta click Katie, right? You gotta click Katie, Krystian.
Send him the signals.
I go back into Quantum Leap and get back into my own body. And yes, I click Katie. It was successful.
Yes, good job. You know, in my heart, this is Tish number 1.
Tish number 1? Oh. This is the Tish number 1 of my heart, indeed. Alright, Justice. Justice feels like there's pressure building up, I think, at this point. He has R&D pretty good locked up, but I am pretty close to winning now, especially because I scored the cleaners. So he really needs to pump out those agendas.
No kidding. And it looks like he's starting to fish for agendas a little.
I think
you've done a good thing and put the money.
Ah, yes.
So that you can see it.
So you can see how much money there is. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 or something. 6 monies. He's thinking as well. I saw that he has a Trick of Light on his hand, so he can fast advance a 2-er agenda, a 3-2 agenda. But will he be able to fast advance a 5-3 agenda? That would be interesting. I guess
I
he
don't even know
can't.
if he has an agenda yet. Yeah, I don't think he has an agenda in his hand.
But he has a server with lots of ice in front of it. I mean, he could try to install it there and see what happens.
I have a feeling he installed the ice to just keep his hand count low.
Or maybe to kind of, to make me guess what's in there. He doesn't have too much money, so he can't rest too much dangerous ice.
Yeah.
He's kind of like in a tricky situation right now.
If you can de-res that the Egyptian guy
Again. Yeah, that would be a huge move. Alright, guys. This is it, guys. Need to find out how to get there. Okay, I'm getting Katie Jones. Drastic moves are being made.
Oh, Katie.
Katie delivers, as always. She's always on time.
You know, she's the one that introduced Wizard to Andromeda.
I'm playing Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale on the ice wall. Ooh. Usually ice wall is like the most feeble ice in the game. Now I'm wasting an entire Femme Fatale on the ice wall. But now I can, of course, get through the ice wall for just one click, which is really great, no matter what strength it is. I am accessing his hand, but I find the Trick of Light I already saw. Bold move, but it was for naught. Final click. Alright, so what will happen now? Emergency shutdown again!
Oh, yeah!
Again! Emergency shutdown on the Tyrant. This is destroying him financially.
Krystian, you really need to put on some rings and some bracelets.
You mean accessorize up a little bit?
Yeah, you need to accessorize. I want to see you being a cyberpunk individual. Justice piercings.
Justice has a pretty sweet bracelet going on there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And 2 rings.
I like the rings. The rings are nice. Well manicured. He's a good guy.
Thinking.
Man, you can see the steam coming off of this. This is becoming a steampunk.
No, man, this game is about to end now. He exchanges an ice. Interestingly, he exchanges an ice that he hasn't even rest yet. Why?
Are we gonna find out why?
No, sadly not. Maybe Justice can write in the comments, because I'm sure he will be watching this game.
I wasn't making fun of your bracelets. I'm sorry.
No, I really enjoy it. I mean, it's a really nice, Alright, I'm doing an account siphon to adding up to his monetary distress that is going on right now. He is free of money, and I am moneying up. But I get 2 tags because of this. No, he's not free of money. He still has 2 or so, or 3. Final click. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Maybe did I forgot to remove the tags, or did I just remove the tags without adding them? All right, final click, last click, run on R&D, and there it is, the final agenda.
Oh my God! This is 3rd win.
Yeah. This is the 3rd win in this tournament. I am so happy about this.
So you're at 5 points.
I am at 5 points. No, wait a minute. Every win is 2 points, so I am at 6 at this point. Yes.
Right.
And we continue on to the second game, which we can't show sadly because the battery kind of messed up and the recording cut out in midway through. But I can tell you, in the second game, I also won.
Nice. What was his runner? Who did he use as a runner?
I forgot. Maybe it was. I might be remembering wrong, but it might have been. Actually Noise, because the Anarchs are pretty popular in Berlin.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I'm listening to a podcast. By the way, the German podcast that Justice often participates in is netrunnershq.de. You should visit it. And I wanted to also mention, because that's something that he mentioned in the podcast as well, a game that we both remember, because a very brutal play that I managed to pull off. I was playing Grendel. Weyland Grendel. Mm-hmm. I installed a posted bounty in a server and half advanced it. And when I score posted bounty, I can give him a tag. And the idea of the tag and back idea is you give the players a tag, and then you play a card called Scorch Earth doing meat damage, and then you kill the runners, right? But getting the tag is a difficult thing, right?
Yeah.
So posted bounty is a popular thing, but the problem is posted bounty is you kind of have to half advance it, and then you kind of have to hope that the runner doesn't manage to make a run on it while the runner's turn. And then when it's your turn, then you can finish advancing it, and then you can do the net damage, the meat damage.
There it is Noise.
So it is Noise, yeah. So he's been playing Noise in the second game. So I half advanced posted bounty. It was his turn. Now he had the opportunity to run on posted bounty, and there was a good chance that he would succeed. Then I sacrificed 2 agendas I already had, which is called False Lead. So he lost the entire turn, because by sacrificing False Lead, you lose 2 clicks. I sacrificed 2 false lead. So he lost 4 clicks, and then it was my turn again, and then I scored, posted bounty, and then I killed him.
I am impressed.
That was a very, very brutal move, and I never been able to pull this off again and before. A very, very devastating move. I was shocked myself. All right, so what did you think about this game?
I really enjoyed this game. It looked... I usually can tell who's going to win, like within the first few moves or so, but I've been kind of happy with at least your wins the last few times. It's been, Krystian has managed to survive long enough to be able to come back.
Yeah, it was like a back and forth. It looked at the beginning less as if Jutice is like on the track to win, but at the end he kind of like, I don't know, ran out of steam a little bit. He got into money problems because I've been building up a little bit pressure, and then I've been able to catch up. Of course, this scoring cleaners was a huge win for me there. It probably decided the entire game. Yes, but it was great fun playing against Jutice. I had a lot of fun. He is a guy with a very, very nice, dry sense of humor. That's something I really, really appreciate, especially when it's like late in the tournament and you're like, ugh, I'm so stressed out. And then there's this guy who's just cracking jokes all this time. That was really fun. So we will be back on the final turn where I'll be playing against a guy whose nickname is Speedboat. Speedboat. So see you next time, and remember, hack the planet!
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Shit on me.
Oh god, I love this guy's face.